might work. Trying to do it so I don't have to take one phone for to see remarks. So we'll see what happens. So, and I know I'm going on at 3:30, something like that. So nobody's going to be here except for Papa Cat, maybe. We saw all those people and slightly freaked out. I thought maybe they were Scientology freaks. So, probably not. If anybody hasn't noticed, I changed the name. And I had an explanation on the community channel too. And things are still going, you know, crazy. So, is anybody posting anything?
Not yet.
Okay, tell me when somebody posts a hello or something so I can see if it's working.
Okay.
If not, he'll have to tell me all the comments.
Sitting on defense says hello.
Yep, it didn't show.
And Carrie Ann.
Oh, there we. Oh my God, it did. I can actually see you guys without having to use another phone. Can you believe that? Hi guys. I have you in green at the moment. I'm trying to find it like a color. So, hi, Sitting on Defense. Hi, Carrie Ann. So I've got it maybe a little too little. Yeah. Oh, look, nobody went in either. I bet you they were not amused. There was a pile of people standing up trees on the corner, and nobody went in. That's going to make them really angry. Why do I look like I'm zoomed in? Well, I was zoomed in. How did I be zoomed in? Boobs. Ah. Okay. Yeah, no. I am seriously making it a club way because the clubs didn't wear me out. This wears me out. I think it's a whole different headset and it doesn't need to be because I'm doing it my way. So, I know. Oh God, yeah. I'm supposed to like make them close the door, aren't I? Nobody's here. Wow, there's nobody there. Where are you guys? It's a cult. Don't they know that? Scientology's a cult. You have anybody in there you're recruiting, you should make them go away. Should walk out because they're going to take all your money or what you can afford. That's what he said.
I don't want an attitude adjustment. I don't want it.
Thank you. Now where's your sheer tech? You're missing it. Don't you need to put your sheer tech on so they can't see me? Or are you just going to leave them closed like that? That's cool. You guys have a lot of, a lot of something. You know, the brain fog is real. I don't think it'll work because I will just sit here. And how can you miss the pink rainbow hair? So, oh well. Welcome. How may I direct you today? It's $5 to get in. Don't have it, don't like it, don't be here.
I just showered. Like, I literally was like,
Well, if I remember right, they don't close it on Saturdays. They don't put up sheer tech on Saturdays. If I remember right, because there's one day of the year that they don't put sheer tech up. Huh? Yes. No, come here. You can see them. They're really cool. Hi, John. Wow.
Ah, okay, that's a much better.
Yes, I finally figured out how to do it. Yes, I'm seeing you guys in green, and your names are like a light, almost white green. So, Jen Wow, I want you to become a moderator if you want to. I'll put it out there. You can answer me later. But yeah, no, I'm independent. That's all that will be put. I'm going to do it the way I want to. And for me, the easiest way to do it is act like I'm at club. When I'm at club, I'm very nice, equal, like I said, not condescending, and making you look forward to going to hell. Or telling you to go to hell and having you look forward to it. That's what everybody always said to me about it. And that's why when Papa Cat said it yesterday, you know what you're doing. And I was like, yep, I know. Have a nice day. So yeah, that's why it's now Club Brain Fog. And if anybody has a problem with it, go complain on another channel or leave me a comment, not here on the live, but leave me a comment down there so I can just go, okay, whatever. I'll read it because I always read things, but it's not going to hit me like it should. Yesterday was when I realized it wasn't going to hit me like it should. When there was that nasty little paragraph about me. Because it just sounded, honestly, it sounded like someone who had nothing else to grab onto or to be mean to, and it was me. So if that's the way it has to happen, I'm sorry they had to do that, but oh well. There are lots of people who say mean things about me. I think it was LiveJournal that was when we were the worst. Was it LiveJournal where we would all give the worst comments out to people that we all knew? They weren't like outing them. They were just going, you suck. You get more attention than I do. You got, you got the first t-shirt from Club. Stuff like that. And that's what it just reminded me of. Got Papa Cat a little pissed, but I was just thinking, it's LiveJournal. Or MySpace. My God, MySpace was hilarious too. Wow. I met a lot of people. I met a lot of new people through MySpace. But when you steal somebody's friend, quote unquote, boy, do they get mad at you. You stole my friend. Now they're nice to you. Now you get to go to opera with them instead of me. And it's like, sorry, they like me better than you? That's what it boils down to. It's like, it's just jealousy.
She's here.
Cheese here? Ah, hello, hola. I'm missing my Mexican family so much. They moved to, I want to say Modesto or something, and even when I was about 15, when my parents were like, that's too far. And of course they were, that's too far to come out to Elkland. Ew, who likes Elkland? So, Carrie Ann teases that it's my invisible family because she's my not aunt. MLH is like my not cousin, who unfortunately died at 32 from cancer. You're like my aunt, my not cousin Victoria, that was her name. And we always knew when she was in trouble because we'd hear her whole name. And then Jay reminds me totally of another cousin I had that acts sort of almost completely like him, very quiet, very thoughtful. And if he screws up, he can screw up big time, but he can usually climb out of it. So, no, MySpace is still not a thing. Oh, and I'm so glad because, my God, they weren't evil pile-ups. We weren't turning each other in to get bashed by somebody else, but it was just a goth free-for-all. I swear to God, we'd make stupid comments like, your cape doesn't fit right, or your skirts are too short and you don't have enough like petticoat under there. Those boots are old. Crap like that. And that's relatively safe to deal with, especially if it's a group that you see. So, I wish I understood what that meant. Well, he puts on a good video face, and that's the only thing I've seen. So that's the thing. It's like, don't mess with me. I don't care. When he shatters my cousin's, he reminds me of my cousin's thing, then I'll deal with it. But, MLH seems to be the same person he is, because he even acts like we're slightly annoying, which I love. That's what reminds me of my cousin, is but you like doing this. I know. That's what MLH reminds me of. Yeah, there were. Oh, yes, we had that. I don't know what it was. Somebody put it, yeah, it was like dead meat or something, or maybe somebody dropped a lunch meat or something, because it was even out here. Shh, be nice. Don't say that. Not like he hasn't jumped me before, but hey. But no, yeah, there were a lot of flies, but I didn't smell anything gross. That was the thing. So it doesn't make any sense unless some kind of, like I said, someone dropped a piece of something. The kids play right near there on Sundays. That I've learned from when the kid jumped out at me. So God knows what a kid might have left there that week. A blow pop or something, and they just had a ball with it. Huh? I might have to move that. It says, what first made you want to jump on the bandwagon of the protesters? Is that what it says? Jonestown? I'll give you the explanation. I had been thinking about it for a few months. Then something just made Jonestown click in my head. Oh, I'm going to start selling spells because, all of us goths are witches anyway. Anyway. And so, no, the bandwagon's been going on for a very long time. It ebbs and flows, like most long-term protests. If you read, it's a modern book now. Oh, God, I can't remember the name of it. It's on one of my thumbnails. It's the protest book.
The thumbnail, yeah.
Yeah, what is it called?
The green
Yeah.
color and the white text.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name.
Go look at the thumbnail.
No?
Go look at
Oh, okay.
Papa Cat's looking at the thumbnail, but I bought a book up here in City Lights that talks about protests because, yes, we've been protesting here since 1968. So there really isn't a bandwagon. It's
I can't see the full thing.
Direct Action. That's the name of the book. It talks about the evolution of protests and the times they're being done. Yeah, I always say it's the ghost, but it's not. It's just it's not from the back door because there's a straight breeze, but some kind of breeze coming from some kind of vent. I'm not sure what. I've never been in the building longer than 3 seconds. So the first time I ever came up, I walked in, I had my phone up, they said you can't film, and I turned around, okay, and walked away. So I haven't been trespassed either. They couldn't trespass me when I was sitting out here protecting the little girl who was stuck here. They threatened to call the cops, and I threatened to call CPS. So you can't fight that. Hi, Sopa, Prince Will. I know, but if you didn't spell anything, it was not anybody's body. Oh, back door. See, I've got to move my... my new box, my new chat box is... Oh, I can move it while I'm doing this. Oh, okay. Because that's funny right there. I saw a body. So, okay, this help? Yes, for me. Hi, PETA. So yeah, where were you? Who am I talking to again? What was his name? Oh, it won't go back. No, it's not. What? No, I'm trying to get them to put the shares up. Maybe I'll just start doing this. I'm walking like a toy soldier on Saturdays. I'm trying to figure out new and exciting ways to get them to do it. But someone asked me about why did I join the bandwagon? It's like, this is not a bandwagon. This is a way of life for me. I'm sorry. LRH dropped stuffed body something. Oh my God, and I can't go back. That's what I've got to fix on this one. Because I can't go back on my stream. Yes, that's why I said that. It's actually called now, the channel is Club Brain Fog. I am taking the attitude of it being me being at the front door and handling what goes on around. So, because being part of the whole mess that doesn't seem to die down, and when it comes back up, it comes down, it goes back up. And so I'm taking it as a person involved in a protest with people who like to talk to me. Which, as far as I'm concerned, it has been the internet since I was 11. I got my first computer when I was 11, a TRS-80. So it's just a chat channel and people like me. So, I'm not in this for the drama because the rest of my life is drama. I'm a goth girl. So, you know how it goes. But yeah, the person who asked me about that, and I'm sure the bandwagon was supposed to be some kind of like trigger sound or something, but no, the bandwagon I jumped on was Jonestown. So that's 47 years ago. And I'm actually getting used to the name. I'm getting used to the name. I'm getting used to people drinking the Kool-Aid. Yes, ever since I was 10 years old, and the names still bother me. You can somewhere find old video reels of Jonestown. They show all the bodies. They don't show all the bodies anymore. I had to put up with all the bodies for years because, of course, since it was started here, or actually no, it was started in Oregon, I think, and then went to Lower Haight, and then he was there at Lower Haight and went from Lower Haight to Jonestown. And you want to talk about cult? His people were mostly African American, Mexican, lower income, because he used them as indentured servitude. And then when they all went down to Jonestown, they built the whole thing. So it was like he was taking people's Social Security. He was taking, and he didn't even get people who were getting inheritances. They were giving to Jim Jones. So what? Oh. Oh my God, you do know then. Oh. Ah. Yeah, one of these days I'm going to take some pictures from the memorial. I can't find the pictures I have now. Oh, gee, I'm so sorry. You know all that. Then, yeah, you see, you could relate to exactly what I'm talking about. And it's like, I never want that crap to happen again. And to me, when I was little, Jonestown was big. You know, Jonestown was huge. 900 people nowadays, but 900 people when you're 10, and they're from here, and you're covered in frickin' news vans, and oh my God, break time, purple Porsche, a matte purple Porsche. If you're going to paint your Porsche purple, it should be painted with lots of clear coat. The BFF just sent me something. I forgot to turn off my ringer. Oh, hi, Carrie Ann. Sorry, I know. I'm looking away. I've got to learn to look at it now that I've got it on there because I can't back it up. Yes. Totally. Well, Guyanese government didn't like him there either. But literally because it's the 70s, you have this big white man show up with money and people, and what are you going to do? So, huh? Back in the 70s, yeah. Right. So, yeah, then the whole Leo Ryan thing, and my grandmother loved the news, and my grandmother was pissed. And my dad was in the hospital, so I had to be at her house the whole time. I hung out with my grandmother a lot. So we watched it at least, I said it yesterday. How much was it? It was 1.5, 2, 3, 6, 7. 7 hours a day. And we went from Leo Ryan was shot to, I think we found the victim, we found the people who were hiding in the bushes, to here are all the dead people, have a nice day. So, oh God, 1, 2, 3, easily a week. And then the follow-ups. So yeah, everywhere, and especially Oakland, because a lot of people were from Oakland. So it was like, it was a good bombardment for 2 weeks, and my dad was in the hospital the whole time. You're right. No, not so far. Actually, it's a little bit busy on a Saturday and a Sunday. That's why they have the shares up, because they are busy on a Saturday. So, but it's rabbit season, so they're probably just going to look at it and laugh and leave. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like I'm trying to get the ones that aren't, that are staying, like I did. I did what I came to do yesterday, which is I told one set of people more than one sentence and another set of people a sentence, and they both understood and left. So there's always that. I don't think I'd mind a purple Porsche SUV. I'm such a bougie, I swear to God. Someone called me that we all know, and I went, yeah, and Moose. She's not here today. She's got things she has to do, and she probably won't be here tomorrow because she'll have things she has to do too. So no fuzzy Moose. So we're gonna stand over here now because they're not listening to me. And I don't feel like yelling at them still. This is where I stand. Yes, this is where I stand. I don't think Papa Cat paid attention to me yesterday because he was mad when he drove in because of that paragraph.
I'm okay now.
He's okay now. And we're trying to like get some kind of, a gull wing. It's a gull wing Tesla. The last time I saw a gull wing Tesla, it had a Bernays and a Saint Bernard in it. The only time I ever thought a gull wing Tesla was useful. Bernays and Bernays and Teslas. Bernays and Saint Bernards are the same size. Let's see. Yeah, I was the same way. Che, yeah. It's like helping anybody, you know. Even as I was doing fundraisers for my friends for their oh god, well, I did a lot of fundraisers in the 80s for AIDS. Tons. Oh my god. And then we do fundraisers for our friends who were in Rocky Horror and needed money. And then, oh my god, what was after Rocky Horror? Burning Man. That's a goth thing. We had fundraisers during the year for that. And I was good in front door in that one too, because they used to wonder how I'd get $20 from everybody. I think I got $100 once from some swaggering white guy. I was like, well, you look like you can afford more. Why don't you give me 100? Oh, it says, what are my strengths and weaknesses? Take the personality test and find out. Oh, I added that. You didn't know that the portico had steps? Yeah, I prefer it because it keeps me from like getting too close, that they can call the cops on me if I'm not paying attention. So, I have no clue, KT. The SFPD hates skateboarders. And I had a heavy-duty skateboarder friend that I see once in a great while now, and he still says they hate him. So, he ain't got enough tickets in his life. That's why this doesn't make any sense at all. So, you never see them around here. I've seen 2 at a time or 3 at a time, and that's it. And they're usually not going in the door. Thank you. You're awesome. Now we can just get my numbers up, but I'm hoping that being happy or not taking everything seriously, which I do in my life constantly, that it gets interesting because of all the things I talk about, and then talking about these guys. What was I watching yesterday? I spent my evening watching Jess and Streets. It felt like the old days. It was really calming. That was the stupid part. I was playing my dragon game, the only game I play. Watching Jess talk about the the security guard with the knittable eyelashes, and that she kept touching people. She kept trying to do the cop arm thing. And then Street shows up and it's like, holy crap, that was so much fun. You're talking about science? Oh, that 48 hours. I didn't know it was a 48. Oh, it's an Australian one, isn't it? Yes, that's what it was.
Oh, I thought KT was saying watch 48 hours of you to get your number.
No.
Okay.
There is a thing about it because I saw it when they first said he was here because I was already here and I'm like, okay, so who's this bozo head? So, yes. I can't remember. It's an iPad thing. I've played it for years. Magic Dragon Castles, maybe? It's so base. I can't remember the name of it. It has eggs and dragons and you push 5 things together at a time. It's really good for OCD people who just sit there and, hatch dragon eggs and do that. Is it Merge Dragons? Okay. Yeah, every weekend they have like a quote-unquote tournament, so you can sit there and just merge dragons for days. They're unfortunately making their little game things smaller, so it sucks. Now I'm doing it too fast. So, I don't know what I'm going to do after that. Tried to go back to Tetris. You don't want to go in there, sir. They'll make you buy a book before you leave. Thank you. Oh, I finally got to tell someone today. I try to tell someone every day. So, see, that's why I said sitting here in a corner and just saying something instead of sitting there yelling at them. Because they still don't have... Yeah, I don't think he would have gone in because his wife now...
Let's look at it.
Oh, no, but he probably would have sat there and talked to her about it, and that would have been more exposure to those freaks. We don't want them to have more exposure.
Okay, she wants to sign in the building.
She's taking the sign in the building, because the building is awesome, but they won't let you look at the building, unfortunately. Maybe how about that for a thing, is that they buy these buildings and use them as orgs, because they get the architecture freaks coming in who want to look and see if they can look inside. And I bet you they go, sure. And then 3 hours later, you got to give them $35 for a book. That would be interesting. And yes, Carrie Ann, I think it is Merge Dragons. So. Oh, okay.
See?
Thank you. Oh, look, now he's like got his freaking tail out,
like
going. Look at now he's doing the peacock booty dance. I win. Look at me. That is the extent of our competition. It's just so weird. He's putting the kid in the car. I wonder if he's gonna leave it there. He's got the other door up. I'm not going to show because he's putting the kid. He's trying to put the kid in the car. He's trying to put them in the writing seat, and the kid's like lee, climbing around. Yep, ain't gonna happen. Oh. You don't want to go in there. If you go in for any reason, they'll keep you there for about 3 hours and get you. No, you can't. Oh, you think you can? I'm going to have to start getting pictures because I'm one of 205 that do this around the world.
I know, I've seen all your...
Yeah, thank you. It's like, and there are people who've left who's
Tom Cruise a big guy?
Yeah. He's
John Short Travolta.
He's thinking about leaving because you can't be gay in Scientology.
He's gay?
Wait, what? Well, you feel me going in?
No, I actually sit here and just talk about it because there are a lot of people who are not.
I kind of want to join it to like see. They're not. They can't get me. They can't look at me.
Don't. It's
My
not.
sister dated a kid who turned out to be a Scientologist.
I hope you're fucking with me because if you're not.
I'm not, but they're not dating anymore.
No, I mean you going in there and you can walk out. You can't. I'm
Gotcha.
okay. I have to learn how to deal with that better because that's the second time it's happened to me. So I have to figure out a way to deal with that better because they're either setups or they're just really testosterone fueled idiots who want to pretend that they know what the fuck they're doing. Do I sound mad? Actually, you know what that voice is? That voice is the guys who always want to come in, the yuppie jocks who always want to come into something like 9 Inch Nails and me telling them, you're not going to like it. And they go, oh yeah, I will. And I make them pay. And then they come out 3 minutes later and go, can I have my money back? And I went, nope, you paid and I told you not to go in. So I got to change that one around. Oh, the skateboarding with Scientology sales. I think they did good this week because they were a little happy when they came out on Thursday. And I think I saw Braille Boy. It's the most offensive name for a skateboard company. Go in the back door on Thursday. So it's like, I'm not even going to pay attention when they come out because they want them if they're doing the setup. I mean, if they're not doing a setup, if they are doing a setup, they ain't coming out like the other 3 guys. Remember the 4 guys that went in, one guy that went immediately out like within 5 minutes, and then the other 3, and he was just like, whatever, my friends are doing it. He was mad, and then the other 3 come out later going, they want to be saved. So,
Did it.
so.
Did it.
At least they'll talk about me all day because they'll be like, she never said anything. She was mad. That sucks. You know, there's a protester out there and she was just mad that we walked right back out. You notice they did have pamphlets in their hands. Yeah, so they didn't walk out scot-free. He's their type too. Oh my God. Prove to me that I can't, that I could get away with this. I'm sure they have millions of plans for that crap. Unless they used me as a reason in there. Oh well. Yes. But I'm trying to think. Over the evolution of time, because once a month, you get guys like him saying, oh, we'll be fine, we like it. And then coming back out wanting a refund, and you're like, no. And then you have to talk to them about why, because they were like, I'm only in for 3 minutes. And I'd say, I explained it to you. And that would go round and round. They'd listen to me. Eventually, sometimes it would end up being, you're blocking my way and you have to leave. And usually by then a security guard would see me and go, huh? Point to the guys and me go, not yet. But usually when I cut them because somebody was paying, they'd leave. So it happens all the time. And weirdly enough, it only happens with men. Did you know that? It only happens with men. No, I mean cops. Every single time it was men. Never women. 20 years and not one woman. So, no, I didn't watch The Big Bang Theory. Let's see. Yeah, one of these days, unfortunately, he'll wind up in a situation he doesn't like, and then he'll realize that his wonderfulness didn't get him out of it. I wouldn't wish him on this. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if they come back in a couple of minutes to try to prove it to me. So yeah, no, I think the arrogance of the youth and pretty, that's the problem. You add the pretty on top of that. I mean, that guy was, working on his workout basically. So you just sit there and you go, Oh, okay. I wanted to watch it, but it was just, I've never watched Big Bang Theory. I've never watched Seinfeld. Now, the reason I haven't watched Seinfeld is driven my dad absolutely freaking bonkers still. What's his name?
George.
George. looked like my ex-husband. And it became popular after I left my ex-husband. They made me watch it, and I watched it one day, and I was like, thank you, no. And he's like, why? And he said, he looks like my ex. And my dad's like, no, he doesn't. And even my mom started laughing, and I was like, yeah, when your parents are funny and you get along with them well, sometimes it's a pain in the ass. So my dad would like bring up Seinfeld every couple of weeks and just go, I know, you don't watch that. I'm like, no, I don't. Talk about a battle of wills. Yeah, see? I'm not the only person. The Papa Cat never saw it either. That is just so wrong. Ew. Yeah, no, I just didn't want to go. I just didn't want to answer him because I go, look what's in your hand, and that would just start some crap. And it's like, I'm so not in the mood for it. I'm sorry you couldn't get them. They did it on purpose and I didn't put them in there. Sorry. Not everything that comes in here who's pompous is mine. All the pomposity is not mine. Thank you very much. Pomposity, isn't that a word? It's now a word now. I like pomposity.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Then we'll go watch Music Man. That's where those stupid words come from. I think so, yeah.
Because they rhyme, yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't on purpose too. I mean, it's like I've learned not to make any of those because then my dad would just go, you're watching, and I'm like, no, don't want to talk about it. But then again, to get back at them, I made them watch The Young Ones, which used to be a show on MTV on Sunday nights. Oh boy, did they give me the hairy eyeball in that one. They actually said after that, they're never making me watch a show ever again. Hello, puppy. So, which was great, because they would have tried to make me watch Seinfeld for the rest of my life. And that was the episode of The Young Ones where the celery and the carrot were ice or roller skating on the dirty dish. It was about 4 weird roommates in England. One was a punk rocker, one was a hippie, one walked around in an admiral's outfit, and the other one was like a dandy. And then they had this probably completely offensive now Middle Eastern landlord. It was very weird. Thank you, Kevin Jones. What?
That Waymo is smart enough to see the idiots who can't stay in the lane. Amazing.
So maybe it's not an update. Because remember I said was it? No, it was me. I saw them 2 days in a row. One run a red light and then...
A Waymo?
Yeah, and then one was sort of like facing a curb not moving.
Yeah, no, I was watching that one.
I thought it was going to be an update, so they were all going to be weird. Maybe they updated them overnight. High maintenance, yes. Asbestos around here, it was a big thing. Mid to late 70s, because the projects had a lot of asbestos. So there might even be a California law against it. So everybody in the frickin' uncle had to, it was like the biggest mess on the planet. The buildings, the office buildings had to be like scrubbed down, painted over, or whatever. So it had to be done if you liked it or not. You could seal it. So it is possible, but once it was done, you can't touch it. If you play with any of the asbestos, you have to literally cover the whole building in a tent like a termite person. So they couldn't do anything to the asbestos after it was sealed, and they bought this place, I think, they bought this place in the 80s, I think.
I keep forgetting to look it up.
So that means that it was sealed by the time they got it. So but they couldn't touch anything anyway because it's historical. And I was looking up historical societies. Oh my God, I am so all over the place. I am watching Rabbit. I am watching, Susie. I subscribed to her today. I am watching Nora this morning as I'm reading a comment. Oh, reading comments I've gotten, reading my emails, because I was infamously known in my world, and this is why I think it's funny that I'm known in this world, for not reading my personal emails. So I've been trying to read them when I see a computer, which for me is every 50 feet. So I'm sure Fuzz was totally surprised that she got a response from me today. I think it was from her. Brain fog. What?
It says on their website.
So they moved in here in 2003.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, dedicated, yeah.
Oh, so they probably bought it in 2002
Something like that.
because you have to. They have to do their revamp. Oh, which means that they might have, since they had their people doing that. Hopefully, it stopped before the 2000s. Is they'd have their people come in and rip shit apart that had asbestos in it. It's like my gen below, or even my age. I'm trying to think.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Ah, congratulations. Wedding pictures.
I guess you did.
They came, Nora has talked about them coming in and being indentured servants and ripping crap out without safety anything, and then she knows it's been asbestos, and I wouldn't be surprised if like age 50 below start unfortunately getting sick. So it's like it was hazardous to the people who tore it down or tried to gut it out. You can only do it so much because this monument is actually a step up from most of the monuments. They have historical houses, they have historical this, they have historical that. They are not historical monuments. The food chain, the top of the food chain is a national monument. This is one step down, a historical monument. So it goes from city to state to, I think, Department of the Interior, and then Congress or something like that. So I figure I know all this stuff because I found government interesting, sort of like reading a dirty book. That's what government used to feel like to me, because it just felt like I was reading things that nobody else should be reading. And that was not in my dad's den. I never touched any of his papers. I just wanted to make it clear. I never touched my dad's things, just in case he's ever lurking here and I don't know. I never touched any of my dad's papers, so I'm not that nosy. But government itself, it didn't make any sense, so I had to go look it up. And eventually, I would read the same thing over. I would read it in a different version. Oh my God. Hello, puppy. I would read it in a different scholar paper to try to understand what the heck I was not understanding. Usually get it out. So, but in the process, I can read Shakespeare. I can read law papers, filed affidavits, all of that stuff. I actually, the second to the last VP I worked for was the VP for Government Affairs of the company that I worked for in the state of California. So, could be also why I'm not afraid of things like lawyers and lawyer papers, because I can actually read them. Isn't that weird? But yeah, the joke, I can read Shakespeare. I can enjoy Shakespeare. So, but I actually have notes, because now that I can see you guys on the screen, and I have to learn to look at the screen now. Ew, that's nasty. Bring that one up a little bit. You don't have to get rid of it.
I know.
It's just a little tacky. Okay, so this is what I got from Susie's today, that she was talking about how Second Gen said, Never Ends will get Scientology crushed. And my opinion is because we haven't experienced the real awfulness that they had to go through. So it gives us hope because we haven't been exposed to, and I mean like having to live the badness that this place caused. So it can't trigger us because it isn't our cult, but we know it should be going down. How about that? That's what I got from one of the things today. Oh yeah, if you want to be in a cult, this was a snippy part of my day. If you want to be in a cult, how about the cult of humanity? So, there's somewhere along the way, maybe I put little notes, is that most of us haven't heard of each other, so why should people be watching out for us? It's like little fish, little pond, in our own little ponds all over the place, and it's the way I like it. Probably statistically, movements that are technically this big, fall apart. They fall apart famously. Just think Abby Hoffman. They fall apart. Because it just gets too much. People are not perfect. Egos sometimes don't exist until they happen. And so we're all going to fall apart. It's what comes after.
It's all pretty good. Here.
I went through it a little bit with the Fat One's inauguration. Did the migrant thing, it broke up. Did the woke thing, I still have my hat. And then, thank you. So it just flipped it off like crazy. And then did the school thing. And I have memories of all of them. I have a great sign that I'll probably use later that I actually asked to take a picture of at SFO. But they all disintegrated. They all disappeared. We all thought they'd be there forever. And it's just hard to hold these things up. And there are still people who do all of these things that I protested at. They just do it differently now. So it's like, humans don't suck, but we're very possessive. Oh my God, that is philosophy. Thank you. Wow. We in LA, actually, I think it was this morning, she went to go see the monks chant. And I was actually watching it for a while. They let her record. She's been going to, I guess, this Buddhist center for a while, she said. And a real while, like 10 years, not a while of 10 months. And it was so relaxing and neat. And they let her film until they turned their faces towards her. And it was like, that was something that was needed. It was really weird, but it was cool. And it's just like, yeah, I'm sort of having fun with the monks in my head right now. When you're hurt, or when you get hurt, they ask you, a lot of people ask you, the doctors, your physical therapists and things like that, do you have something that you can think of while you're being, latest one's adjusted with my chiropractor, having things put back. I've broken my nose 11 times. Because I hurt the wrong part of my nose perfectly. So My ex-husband broke my nose by accident once by putting his head up in front of me. See, you completely lost me now. The monks. Oh, I lost it. I hate it. You don't want to go in there. It's a cult.
You won't catch anything.
You won't catch anything in their bakooties. Yeah, it was literally. They literally tell you when you've spent about $250,000 that this was started by a guy named Xenu in no lie, in someplace 70,000 years away that had 76 planets. I'm not lying. Go look it up at home. Yes! They said that one was actually as close as they could get because it also made Isaac Hayes leave. I'm sorry you're in a cult. Have fun, you guys. That was so funny. Someone walked up behind us and said, South Park. He said it was a South Park. It is. I can't remember who said it. I know. I guess. Well, since I'm not good with electronics and note taking, I am good with paper. And since I have a paper fetish anyway, Daiso's been my place to go because they have cheap paper that you can write with fountain pens, and I'm a chick who has a Hello Kitty fountain pen. Okay. I'm gonna start writing this stuff down more. Sometimes I think Daiso is like Trader Joe's, where they just take real food and have to put it under their name. So, you know, it's like who knows what you're eating at Trader Joe's? They have to put the ingredients and everything, but you never know what they're private labeled from. I think Daiso does the same thing because that paper is not cheap in the real world. Anyway, so I got to start making notes. And I was talking about, oh yeah, somebody was talking somewhere in the system, that's what I'm going to call us now, in the system, that said South Park is dead on. So, which is interesting. It's like, wow, I need to watch that episode. I think I watched it just because, you know, it was out that day or something. And when Isaac Hayes left, I was just like, well, that really sucks, but I guess if it's your religion. And then I find out it's not a religion or not. Oh, actually, when he left, I still thought it was a diet thing. So when he left, I thought, oh, he must have been mad because, you know, this is how he loses weight. See, that's what brain fog does to you. You don't remember these things until you start putting them into context. And then you go, holy crap, I was thinking something else. And then something like that hopefully stays. Oh, we're all doing the back door today. That was not as dirty as it sounded. So we're going to have to check if tomorrow is parade day. Because parade day drops on Father's Day a few times. Because we have to take the ferry in. And I have dinner at 4, or we have dinner at 4 with my dad. Because my dad doesn't keep up with Pride Day.
It's the 30th.
Oh, good. Thank God. It's the 30th. Okay. Yeah, that's always the fun one, is when Pride Day's on Father's Day. And I don't think it was... Maybe that's why they pushed it. That would be the 4th Saturday of the month, right? Or Sunday of the month. Because it used to be the 3rd Sunday of the month. I think they finally all got together and agreed.
That's a Sunday.
Yeah, it's always a Sunday.
Yeah. I plugged the night before.
Yeah.
That's another one at the back door. She was going to go this way, then she saw you.
And it went the other way?
She went the other way.
I am sorry, No Face. I know those things. Hell, Papa Cat knows those things. He broke every finger in his hand falling off a curb. And I actually wear those pins as earrings. See what goth girls do? He had pins in his hands to keep him straight for 2 weeks. How long do you have your pins?
Yeah, about 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks, and they were sticking out. So that was so much fun, and it was his right hand too.
Yeah.
Yeah, his dominant hand. So he healed up very well. I think it was because I made him laugh a lot. But, and, you know, would make jokes about feeding him. And the thing was, it was so horrible. He fell down. He was in the emergency room. I come over. The hospital was near us. I come over and he says, I think I broke my hand. And everybody's like, oh, no, you didn't break your hand. You couldn't have done that because it wasn't really swelling either. It was just in this weird hurt stasis. And we had to tell him that morphine didn't work. So they put you on the stuff, didn't they? It's the only drug I think I'll ever find him in a corner using. What is it? Dilaudid. Because morphine doesn't work on him. For real. So, I'm reading again.
No face is a brat.
You're a brat. Anyway, so yeah. He comes back from his x-ray and we practically get on our knees and bow down to him. Because not only is one finger broken, 4 are. And he was like, see, I told you so. We're all like, that's it? Okay. It was me and the nurse and the doctor because we all said the same damn thing. It can't be broken. It looks fine. Maybe one's broken. All 4. That was not fun or funny. I think I kissed your butt for days after that one. He totally loved that. So it's like, yeah, make the best of what you can. I have a degenerative nerve disease and it doesn't have a freaking name because they say it belongs to my leg, which I cut the nerve off of for 3 hours once at a party, got up and fell down. But I've dealt with all of it because I also got whiplash twice when I was 18. 1 year after another. I could just get out of bed finally. 3 months later, I do it again. After females are, oh God, yeah, with the look on his face, it's the only thing he's ever done wrong. When he went in for his blood disease, he was, it was a clotting thing, so he had to be there for about a week. And the nurse tells me that the day before I leave, she's like, oh, well, as long as we don't have to have him on the Dilaudid, he can go home. And I go, it's tomorrow, right? And she's like, yeah, tonight will be his last time. I walk in the door and he's got that face. And I couldn't help it. I apologize, but I was just like, the nurse came in with me. I said, you gave it to him. And she's like, what? Different nurse, of course. I said, you gave him the Dilaudid. He can't come home now. And she's like, yeah, he said he was in pain. I said, look at that face. Do you think he's in pain?
Not anymore.
Yeah, I think you probably even said that. He probably even said, not anymore. Yeah, so it's the only thing, if there's something possible for him ever to get addicted to, it'd be Dilaudid. Thank God you can't get it anywhere. It's too expensive to be a street drug.
I never looked.
And if it isn't, don't say anything.
Hey, don't put it past these people.
Yeah, we made jokes about it, but I had to watch frickin' Attenborough type shows that whole week. Because I come to his room and he had, what did I call them? I can't remember. It's animal shows or something, or he's watching the flowers.
Fish Channel.
The Fish Channel.
Right.
And it was also, it was a Catholic church, so they had their Catholic church channel, which was lots of nice, beautiful music and flowers. They had another channel that was, mass channel, but the church channel was just beautiful flowers and music. And I caught his butt just staring there a couple of times. And I used to think, what the hell am I doing here? Yes, I know you are. That's why I said you're a brat. If you cross the lines, I'll let you know.
Oh, she's coming back. See if she,
Where?
the one who escorted the other one.
Who? Where? When?
She's crossing. She's waiting to cross the street.
Oh, okay. We'll stare at her for a while. She was escorting the other one. For kidney stones. That must have been fun.
That's what I first.
Yeah, which is what he first thought he'd have before he found out it was a blood disease or blood disorder. Yeah, the kidney stones. You didn't care, did you? That's the thing. I'm allergic to opiates, so I've never really gotten to have fun with those types of drugs. So my joke is I don't do benzos. Hardest drug I've ever done in the past 20 years is oh God, what is it called? I'm sorry, you're in a cult. The energy drinks. Red Bull gave me headaches. The other one. There was another famous energy drink. And then that started giving me headaches and I couldn't do it anymore. So then I started doing coffee. Actually, no, coffee was the 90s. Took me 4 months to get rid of that headache because I went and did a fast diet bowl. Yeah, I've been through it all. I grew up and was born and raised in the Bay Area. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention there's a Natalie and Tony scam running around on Facebook. Several of them apparently. So I got this from Nora. I don't know the specifics, but I would say if you're going to donate to anybody, and I don't have Fuzz with me so she can't put it up, donate to the real one. And don't donate to anything else, because people are scum and they want to take money from somebody else's hand. So just be careful. Just wanted everybody to know that on the replay. Don't do anything that isn't what you know for sure, or just stick to the GoFundMe, or just honestly send her money. I'm sure she has a link tree if you want to help. So yeah, the scam thing, I've never fallen for one, but I came close. I think I did fall for one, but PayPal gave me the money back. So it's hard. But I am technology paranoid and have been since day one. So, because I had my dad, my brother, and my uncle who've all been into everything and anything since before the internet started. The first personal computer I ever saw took up the wall of the dining room. Don't ask. So, but all of them were into. Don't let anybody see your stuff, period, end of sentence. You know, my passwords have always been difficult since I first started, because they all say over my shoulder, don't do a password, don't do the same password, and don't do a password that someone's going to figure out. Never use your pets, never use your dog or your cars, never use, oh God, there was some, your best friends. It was like, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. So it's like, it's all natural for me to do that crap. Ah, thank you, Carrie Ann. Yes, this is the place to go, period. Don't do anything else, because I know people say they like to spread it around. No, there's no reason to spread anything around. Use this one. I can't believe people are doing it. I mean, that gets me pissed. It's like, how, why, where? See, it's just, yeah. Oh, and Susie was talking about batshit crazy. My version of batshit crazy is shutting up and sitting in a corner. That's when Papa Cat knows. Hell, that's when my whole family knows something's up, is when I just go sit in a corner and not say a word. Yeah, I know. Isn't it really creepy? Ew. He hasn't even had his funeral yet.
He'll be back at midnight.
Right? Yeah. Ooh, is there a way we can go in and get rid of these people? Ooh, I gotta talk to the brother. Also, I gotta talk to the brother.
Yeah.
He would probably know how to get rid of that. Or maybe some of our friends or somebody. Go on our Facebook, our other Facebook, our real Facebook, not the goth people, and see if they know, because they wouldn't like that either. Oh, and I think it was Nora about McDonald's. No, or Liz talking about working at McDonald's. I worked at McDonald's in high school, and it was the funnest thing on the planet, because in the 80s, they were super clean and super efficient, and they didn't have the clocks on us yet, but it was so much fun. All those horrible stories you hear now, I'm like, aww. You could lick the floors at McDonald's when in the early 80s. They were so weird about it. Ah. Yeah, so everybody also be careful of anybody who wants to come up and say hi. Also, I think I think Fuzz did it, but I'm not sure that this is a members only feed. I can't remember because I couldn't figure out how to do it here. So
I remember, but
if Fuzz does a replay, let me know if I did it right, or tell me how to do it right, or tell me to go find it. Or Carrie Ann, because I was told I should make this a members only chat. That way I don't get to the people thinking they're funny. And the last guy who asked about the bandwagon sure got kneecapped on that one. And it's like, sorry, took me 5 minutes to answer, but I answered it. Neener, neener. My last note is no one, nowhere. That made a lot of sense. And it's like, even, see, look how horrible I even write. Like, you can barely understand me now. Once upon a time I had beautiful handwriting. Is that what we say when we're old too? Once upon a time I used to have beautiful handwriting. Oh my God, we're so there. And how many people did I get away from them? Except for the bozos who thought they were funny.
what, today?
Yeah.
Well, I would argue two.
Okay.
Yesterday, I think.
I have to do at least one. I got 2 at the end,
Yeah.
or 1.5
Yeah.
at the end, because they were already talking about it when I opened my mouth. That's the thing, and people are looking at me, so it did prompt one pair of people to give the guy who gave the finger.
Oh, that was funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was walking by, turned around, mask on and everything, and just gave him lots of fingers.
Well, yeah, he gave him the finger, and his lady friend took a picture of him giving the building the finger.
His lady friend took a picture of him giving a finger to the building. So see, that is the point of me being relatively quiet now, is that I'm just sort of like, and the angle I'm in right now, because where the sun is, I can come out of the sun and go, you don't want to go there. And be the scary goth girl.
By trying a different account.
Oh, why? Why do you have to have a baby there? Yeah, come start something with me. I don't even like babies. Fucking humans. Ugh. Just run. See how stuff like that makes me mad? Hi, Tuki. I just don't understand it. It's like, that baby at least looked happy. He looked at me like, huh? I'm sorry. I know you're intelligent. That's what they do, is get intelligent people when they're down. And when they run out of money, they get people who are down. So, but to come this way with a baby? Oh, he doesn't listen to them. Or they thought I left. No, if they thought I left, they would open the doors. And they see Papa Cat right here. So,
How many accounts I have are subscribed, so I can't tell. We'll check later.
you haven't subscribed to my channel?
But I think on all of them, so I can't tell.
Oh, okay.
I can't see what it looks
Yeah, I
like.
was trying to figure that one out, because I was trying to figure out a way I could watch my my comments, because the comments were still white on my screen. And so that's why you guys were always in like this, because they were on the left hand. I'm showing you. They're on the left hand, and I always used to, Edward. See how that bounced out? And they were white, so I always had to have something. Yes, who didn't love Ren and Stimpy? Okay, everybody loved Ren and Stimpy. I don't think I have them anymore, though. Who sat on the Christmas tree? Our Christmas tree broke one year. Who sat on the Christmas tree? Opus? Well, Bill the cat did.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, my goal here, because it is rabbit season, is to just be quiet. They'll get their stuff when rabbits go away again. And just sort of, because people look, they're like, what's that? And, they stand there and I say something. I really wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, we need to work on it.
Okay. And when I say, they'll stand there and I'll go, you don't want to do that. I mean, hell, those guys were just from fishing. And yes, people fish in San Francisco. Definitely fish off the pier right next to the ferry building. There are times, I guess, when things are in season that the whole end of that pier is nothing but fishing poles. And I wouldn't be surprised if those people probably sell the fish they catch, because the sturgeon is supposed to be beautiful and great. Of course, it glows in the dark, but hey, a friend of mine does it, or did it when he lived here. We're just
fingers after you eat it.
Yeah, we're waiting for him to like grow extra fingers, but he only does it when he comes and visits now. So and he'd go, I can make a great sturgeon. And me and my BFF would be like, no thanks, we're okay. We don't want to glow. So we're hunting rabbits. Yes. That's what it comes down to. That's what it was. It was rabbit season or duck season. And we like the rabbits better than the ducks because we all like Bugs Bunny more. I mean, you know, Daffy was cool. He was black and orange, but he just wasn't as cool as Bugs. So it's rabbit season, which I think is not bad.
Oh.
He was honking because the guy stopped for the yellow light.
Yeah.
So yeah, because you know Bugs Bunny was the cool one. He could get on the monster's head and like give him a head massage. So it was rabbit season. Yeah. Oh God, Carrie Ann, I've got one better for you. Liberace's brother was George. When Bugs Bunny would play his violin, he called him George. So when I started taking violin lessons, it took a year, but my mom got me a violin, and his name is George, and I still have him. I'm probably going to give him to one of the schools in, probably give him my own elementary school. So they will have a George. I'm going to take him in for another checkup, and then we'll see if he's still usable. Because, you know, it wasn't an expensive violin. It was a kid's violin, and I played it for 6 years, and I still sucked after I was done.
Kind of like a pop.
So it's like my mom fixed him up, and then I didn't. And for some reason, she thought I was going to play it. That's interesting. But it's been a while since she fixed him or gave him a checkup. So I'm going to take him in, get him fixed, get him whatever needs to be done. And I'm going to give it to probably the school I went to. So because, you know, kids can't have their nose in books 24 hours a day. So it doesn't work that way. It doesn't make happy children. And at least we started with the, you know, food programs in cities. I think the whole Bay Area has a breakfast program. So, and I mean just the Bay Area. I'm not going farther out from Oakland, Union City, probably East Palo Alto, here, Marin City, which is basically a project. It's the only project in Marin. Berkeley, Vallejo, that sort of thing, you know. Not high rent areas, because it isn't being prejudicial. It's that you waste more food. So they don't want to have to ship to places that probably aren't going to have the kids eat a free breakfast. So it's all done by research and stuff like every 4 years. So yeah, and they do it too with those after school things. We had one near us, Kumons, I think they are, where you study more. It's like, it's sort of on the Japanese type of studying. I mean, but these kids have been doing it for a long time. You can't just throw, you know, Japan has high popularity, so there really isn't as big of an outside as it is here. And then you take the kids in from being able to play outside to, we're going to drive you to where you can play, to, well, you have to go to your classes before you can go home. It's like, not everybody is going to be a scientist, and not everybody is going to go to a college. Sorry. Hi! You just missed it. You missed the, oh, that's Linda. That's what Eddie and I said. The dog just stared at me. It just stared at me. It was funny. So yeah, this is what I'm like now. Oh. Somebody was saying something. Let me see your phone. I got there. Okay, I got that one. Okay.
So you missed one.
Yeah, I thought I missed Amy's. Amy M. Mm-hmm. I love the side ones. Fluffer's here?
No.
Okay.
Someone's saying a bunch of rabbits is called a fluffer.
Oh, could that be why she's called? Because everybody, of course, when we all see Fluffer the first time, we're like, what the heck? Okay. I don't know who you're talking to, darling, but I'm not in Danny's Discord. I don't do Discord. I don't do Discord and I don't do
That was
Reddit.
for Nebulous.
Ah, okay. It was for Nebulous.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, no, I don't understand Discord, so I've gotten old. And Reddit, of course, is an offshoot of 4chan. So nobody knows 4chan. And I've always taken that place with a grain of salt. So the only thing I go to it for now is AITA, because that's fun to read. And until they get to a site to destroy some of the diet sites or the intuitive eating sites, because I am 40 pounds overweight and I need to get rid of it. I have no choice. I have diabetes. And now I have to talk all the way through that one because I can get dinged for copyright infringement because they love to do that to me. And even though it should be fair use, California fair use, because he drove into my stream and I didn't walk into his. We learned that with Roberta Flack. So what is Nebulous? I don't know. I forgot what I was saying. I was pre-diabetic, Amy, for 25 years. And then it went through the roof. I don't know what changed in my body, but that was it. And now I have to be for real. But it also runs through my family like crazy. It's not that hard. It hasn't been that hard to adjust it. I'm on drugs. Very, very slight drugs, and it's gotten better. But it's very weird when it finally hits. It did make me go, ooh. Okay, so, yeah, Papa Kent has his desserts alone now, more or less. So, you do. We don't get bunk cakes anymore, and because he loved, now he's acting like he didn't love dessert. He loved the ground dessert walked on. So the joke for me was, your mom's Scottish. They live for that stuff. So, oh, you're right. God, I haven't seen that in ages. I might have it on a DVD. Wasn't he like a Saint Bernard? No. Yeah, I think he was like a bastardization of a Saint Bernard. Yes, I forgot about that one. Of course, my favorite Looney Tunes character, which you should tell a lot about me, was who?
Marvin?
No.
No.
Pepe.
Pepe, duh.
Pepe Le Pew. I have a 2-foot Pepe, and I have a picture of Pepe dipping me at Six Flags about 25 years ago, 30 years ago,
Dig that up.
27. Oh yeah, I can dig it up, trust me. I think it's already, I've been scanning all of my pictures, so I think he might be up already. What, you're gonna go to the one cloud and find it?
No, I'm responding to
Oh.
to,
He's gonna find it. Sort of like how Fuzzy found my comic book. That was cool and scary at the same time. Middle of finger sandwiches? What did you do? Oh, he's just whipping that puppy out, isn't he? You know, that's the thing. It's so freaking horrible in my life. I can drop sugar, take my carbs from my cold head hands. I have to learn. Oh shit, he found it. See if I can show you. I know, I can just pop it up, but that's me. See, can you see it? Okay, he's a little behind. So I'm just trying to see if you can see it. You can see it enough, can't you? Yep, that's me when I was brown. I was wearing jeans. Look at that. Oh, that's just wrong. That was the 90s being mean to me. No, that was the 90s in LA. Yay! So yeah, unfortunately it's okay. Carbs. I can do salads. But oh my god. You know, you're close enough to here. San Francisco, the sourdough. What do you do without sourdough every day? Hell, we've even got like a wheat sourdough that somebody must have like smuggled a mother loaf. That's the original sourdough that makes it sour. They've been using the same loaf for 175 years because it was developed here. So they've always like halved a loaf and then put more loaf in it because of the yeast, and so they call it mother loaves. That's what Bodine's has here, is a mother loaf. But I think the people who we get our wheat bread, our wheat sourdough bread from might have a mother loaf too, because it tastes like sourdough. It's really weird. One of the biggest sourdough companies went bankrupt a couple of years ago, and they had one of the original mother loaves. And there's bread out there that tastes like it, and it's like. See, that's what happens. You become a native of something, especially with something you really like sourdough bread. You turn into a freaking scientist about it. Yeah, especially sourdough. I don't like anything else in the world, and I like sourdough even more because it has the crust. I'm a crust person. I could probably go gluten-free if all I ate was the middles of everything, but it's like, Papa Cat likes the middle. I'll eat crust till I die, or until my teeth drop off. Fluffernutter sandwich plate. Why does that sound familiar? What's fluffernutter? Is it an English thing? Is that like marshmallow foam? Oh wow, he's even driving on the wrong side of the street. It's nice to see our cabs be obnoxious again. That was a real cab.
In all this time you've been here, I can't believe you actually haven't filmed an actual wreck at that intersection yet. It's gonna happen.
No, probably the ghosts from the Transamerica building
Okay.
are keeping this intersection from turning into a 5-car pileup every day, because this is the most annoying center. Oof, I think I'm gonna have to stop. Intersection that we've seen lately. Oh, and one of these days we'll even go up and down Lombard Street. During the week, of course, because during the weekend it takes an hour to get to Lombard Street. That's
explain what a fluffernutter is.
What's a fluffer? It is marshmallow. Oh, okay, gross.
Yeah, ew, sorry I asked.
I'm sorry, that did awful.
Did anyone check the phone to see it?
But I'm a luckily I didn't get into it too much. Jody, the chocolate thing. Nutella. My best friends. I brought home a quart-sized jar from Costco once, and it disappeared. Not disappeared, but it did come down in like 3 days. And you know, when somebody has an addiction to something, they will tell you ate it. She did. What?
No, it's not. Anyway, did a great policy.
Jody said I ate it.
Of course.
She had me thinking for a while. It was so weird. It was so funny. It was like 20 years ago. And I think that was the last time I ever bought Nutella too. Yeah, he doesn't like it. But Fluffernutter. Ugh. Anyway. And I can't touch that with a 10-foot pole anyway. Because I'll die. I was never a huge sugar fan. Because being, not even ADHD, being hyperkinetic, which is one step above hyper. Slept 3 hours a day. My mother didn't let sugar come near me within 10 feet. She barely let fruit come near me. So, I would say that would be the next level if you're into it. Totally. Anyway.
What was that?
Nothing. I didn't do anything. So, so I really never got into a huge sugar phase. I got into an ice cream phase when I got divorced. And then got out of it when I met him, and then he had to teach me to like desserts. There was nothing that I ever did on my own, unless I was like to a restaurant or something, then a fancy restaurant, because I liked custard, caramel. I can't remember the name of it because I didn't like cheesecake either. Anyway, those things. Yep, I could see that. Yeah, no, I could see that too. Here's another one for Scientology. Because remember, people saying I didn't want to have a background check. When I was about 22 years old, I got pregnant. And that child's father was an alcoholic. So what did I do? I gave it up for adoption. I've never seen it since the day I let it go. And I didn't touch it either. So I'm an inhuman person.
I was so good.
No, I just knew better. Did not need anything like me as a mother. Not with the mother I had before me. And the people who... We did something totally illegal, which I didn't know at the time. It went to the nurse who was with me in my labor room. They're very, very, very sweet couple. And he was into tech. And they wanted an open adoption. And I said, sure. Luckily enough, a couple of months later, they moved to out of state. So that is the last thing that they have to worry. I would have to worry about them knowing. So now that that's out in the world, my dad says background checks are super expensive because you have to do the real PI thing on it. And I would just depress somebody with what I don't have there, I guess would be the phrase. That I think the biggest problem I ever had was C's chocolate. I also don't have an addictive personality, so I was never a drug addict. Wow. 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 Oh yes, and I did love me some cookie dough. It comes and goes. I mean, because you can get Nestle cookie dough in like a big old container now. It's creepy. And then of course they tell you don't eat it. It's like, then there's got to be one thing that can make it edible. And who the hell listens to don't eat the cookie dough? I have no freaking clue.
They made edible cookie dough, but it was gross.
It was gross,
So we
yeah.
went back to the do not eat cookie dough.
Yeah.
Right.
So usually half the container went to me with I'd have like a spoon or two of it a night, and he would make cookies out of his half. Oh, we got to find out the mascot, the alternative baseball team that is in Oakland right now, the Oakland Ballers. They're playing the Vibes. it sounds really twisted. They are revealing their mascot, and we forgot to watch the game last night.
That was last night?
That was last night. So I'm surprised my dad hasn't sent us or sent me a text with what it is. Anyway, so we're gonna go now.
Do pyramid while I look for
Oh.
someone to rate.
I'm supposed to do the pyramid. Let's see if Carrie's still here, and Papa Cat says, do the pyramid while I find something to raid. Ooh, it's warm over here. That's weird. I can't get my gimbal things right either. I'm always going up or down the wrong direction. Play-Doh. We all loved Play-Doh, but I didn't ever eat it. I had friends who did. It's like, what is it about 5-year-olds that like to eat Play-Doh? But then again, I didn't like oatmeal, so. Yes, cookie dough is the best thing that ever happened on earth. Trust me, I'm with you there. And now I can't eat it. At least I don't go sneaking off desserts. Edible Play-Doh. That's just wrong. Farrah Cheryl. Farrah Cheryl.
Is that where we're going? Okay.
But you're the one who has to
I was
put.
going to say Chad. Is Chad okay? Do we want Chad?
They're probably the same place. So why don't you just do Farrah Cheryl?
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna put up the. There we go. She put it up.
She got it? Okay.
She got it.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Carrie Ann. Are you streaming tonight, Missy? No answer. No answer. I won.
Give her a minute.
Give her a minute.
Keep showing the pyramid.
Keep showing the pyramid.
Pretend there's a moose up there.
Pretend there's a moose up there for our fuzz. Yeah, do I get to Afghan tonight or not? Yes. Oh, great. Now we got to try to get home in time. Salad dough. Sometimes I don't understand you. You sound like my white cousins. Yes, that building is awesome. That building is mine. Okay, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Ciao, Bellas.